Welcome, everyone, to this week's episode of the Wicked Caves podcast with me, the Rev Kev, and as always, my accomplice, my partner in crime, my ride or die homie, Cool Kyle.
It's me.
Thought I'd jazz it up a bit for you today.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Because this is, if you're listening to this, you have entered into the Wicked Vault. And we are listening to an episode that doesn't really have anything to do with space or time or anything like that. It's just for funsies in case of, one of us is sick or unable to make it, or there's weather or all kinds of stuff. So Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you like the rest of the episodes of the Wicked Caves podcast, where you can get all podcasts.
Indeed.
Today's episode is going to start on the trend that we're doing. Well, that's not really a trend. It's our thing. It's called Say What? And the Say What is basically just slang terms from different decades and seeing how kind of things have changed and whatnot. So we've done the 2020s, I guess you could call them. We're going to try to get to everywhere, the 2000s, the 2010s. Are you really going to eat Swedish fish right now? Just suck on the Swedish fish.
Give a suckle of the
Great.
Swedish fish.
Suckle of the Swedish fish?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. What's the country that Red doesn't believe exists? Finland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Not Sweden.
Tell that to Timu Solani. He exists. So today we're going to do, actually I'm going to take this out of here because I don't want to be far away from the mic.
Okay.
We're going to do popular 90s slang phrases. Now, these aren't all the slang phrases of the 90s, but as 90s boys, these are a majority of the ones that you probably would have heard.
Okay.
So how this is basically going to work is I'm going to give him the word. He doesn't have to spell it or anything. It's just in a spelling bee. He just has to explain to me in the best way possible what he thinks the phrase means or the word means.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm just going to fix the mic a little bit.
Okay, that's fine. You do that. You do you, my guy.
All right, we're good.
So we're going to start off at the top. This is all alphabetical, by the way. I.
And we're 90s now?
We're in the 90s. Yes, this is the 1990s, my guy.
All right.
Yeah. I is a modified version of the phrase all right. However, stretching it out to I adds a little 90s flair to the phrase. All the cool kids were saying it. I. Yeah, man, I'll be at your house in 10 minutes. Cool. Because you are a fan of the Austin Powers series, which we have talked about before, you will understand this one. All that and a bag of chips.
Yeah, you're on the high end there. Yeah, that's like, that's a pretty good high praise, right?
What is all that and a bag of chips?
All that and a bag of chips.
If something is better than the best, it's all that and a bag of chips. My new car is all that and a bag of chips. My new car isn't just great, it's the best.
Yeah.
So as Dr. Evil would say to the guy playing President Kennedy, you ain't all that in a bag of potato chips.
Yeah. I have a feeling some of the phrases that he was doing during that bit are going to end up in here.
Could be. Probably. As if.
It's like a sarcastic comment. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
The 90s were full of fun and sarcastic retorts. As if was a phrase in the 90s used a lot for situations. For example, if your sibling asks you to do their chores with a little laugh, you can retort, as if. Basically, it's short for as if that would ever happen.
Mm-hmm.
We might also get into the realm of a particular genre of speaking, and that's called Valley Girl.
Mm-hmm.
That's more, I think, 80s, though. We'll get to the 80s at some point, but Valley Girl would be like, gag me with a spoon kind of deal, which we'll get into that later. Bling.
Oh, that's high-end jewelry.
The 90s were all about bling. Not only would you add a little bling to your clothing with your bedazzler, but you could also wear bling around your neck or on your fingers. Bling is 90s slang for showy and or flamboyant jewelry and clothes commonly worn by celebs.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Which I still use to this day. I'm like, if somebody has like a big chain on, I'm like, oh, look at that bling. Because I grew up in the 90s.
Yeah. I mean, you could be like me and evolve and be like, yo, that drip is sick, fam. You got some sick drip there, fam. No
For the
cap.
love of God, bro. Stop. Stop it. You are a 90s kid. You will speak 90s with me.
In that case, booyah! Booyah!
Booyah. That's like when you drop the mic, basically.
It expresses joy. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So, for example, booyah! I aced that test.
Mm-hmm.
Stuart Scott, one of my probably all-time favorite SportsCenter anchors, when SportsCenter was actually good and not fucking political and all that shit that they are now.
Mm.
When it was just It was on for the hour or whatever it was on. They just talked about sports. They didn't talk about anything else. It was just sports talk. And all the anchors had to write up their own things. And Stuart Scott is famous for doing booyah.
Nice.
You know that kid is butter because he's on a roll. Da bomb.
That's something that's really like awesome and cool.
Yep. Something was amazing or fabulous. If your friend got a new car, for instance, you might say, yo, bro, that car is da bomb. Also, note, please do not forget to accentuate duh with a little enthusiasm.
By the way, I would like to just point out that when we did this original slang terms on when we did the Big E one, you remember when you were asking me all those and I'm going, I don't know, is it a sexual term? You notice how I'm not doing that now? I just want to throw that out there.
Well, you know what? We're going to get to the 2000s. We're going to get to the 2010s. And we're also going to go back into time. And I honestly wanted to troll you last week with like just a generic word when you were like, what is that? I don't even know. It's a sexual term. Don't go there.
Yeah. Don't go there.
Don't go there.
Yeah, like don't talk about that or like don't.
Yeah. Nowadays you would just say, just stop or OMG enough. However, by the way, special.
By the way, and this might just be the old man in me talking. These lazy ass Gen Zers or any thing you want to call them that are like, oh, I don't feel like spelling out the word, so I'm just going to use the first letter of each of the word to just make abbreviations. That did start in the 90s, though.
I don't know.
It did. Remember the T9?
It became more prominent, though, as we got older.
True. They didn't need to do it once they had like the talk to text and the keyboard.
Right.
And shit.
I'll back off a little bit, okay? Gen Z, it's whatever. But
they're accentuating.
And now you're trying to steal our shit because you're like, oh, 90s is retro. It's cool. No, fuck off. You stay away from that. You don't know anything about the Rugrats. You don't know anything about Reptar. So just listen to your Drake albums and Millie Rock and leave us alone. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that it's slang for that is enough. Or I don't want to talk about it. It is a road you do not want to go down. Don't go there. I don't.
Fair enough.
Bart Simpson would say to you, "Eat my shorts."
Eat my shorts.
Yeah.
That's the phrase. Eat my shorts.
Yeah.
Basically, like eat dirt, eat pavement. You know?
It's
basically like get
made
lost.
popular by Bart Simpson, and in the 90s phrase was got more than a few kids in trouble. It's a fun rejection or rebuttal that is right up there with "kiss my ass." Yeah. When your brother is trying to get you to do their homework, you might say, "Eat my shorts."
Yeah, see, I didn't know. I thought you were just saying that. No. I didn't realize that was a phrase. That's how natural these are for us. You say, "Eat my shorts." I'm like, oh, okay.
The next word on the list here, Kyle, is fly.
Pretty fly for a white guy. I mean, too cool.
You might use hottie now, but back in the day, a boy or a girl was pretty fly. It means that you were good at something or just attractive. Mm-hmm. You could also say it something like awesome or cool, like that ring is fly. Mm-hmm. So it's a very generic thing that just fits for everything.
Yeah, it's pretty much how things like, what's the word that they used recently? Lit.
Oh, yeah.
It's lit. Everything's lit.
Yep. We thought of as snacks as like Hostess and, Little Debbie, and snacks now are an attractive female. Boy, have we lost touch.
Oh, I know, yeah.
FYI.
For your information.
Yep. So there you go. The 90s was the beginning of the acronym craze. All right. So I take it back, Gen Zers. I'm sorry. Before you had OMG and BYB, you had FYI. Still used to this day, FYI is an acronym meaning for your information. Have you ever seen the movie Not Another Teen Movie?
I've heard of it, never seen it.
So there's a scene in the movie where
it's pouring out.
I know it is. Oh. Where Chris Evans' character is interacting with his girlfriend in the movie, Jamie Presley's character, and she comes up to him and she goes, "Jake, I need some tea to the fourth power. Why?" He goes, "What?" And she says, "Some time to talk to you." So T to the fourth power would be time to talk to, and then the U. So T to the fourth power.
Oh my God.
I hit people with that a few times. They had no idea what I was talking about, and I did not even care. I'd walk up to a girl and I was like, I need some T to the fourth power. Why? And she's like, "What?" I said, "I need time to talk to you." And she's like, "Oh, why didn't you just say it that way?" I said, "I don't know."
Oh, that's good.
Getting jiggy.
Getting jiggy with it. Na 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 na.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what it means, but
It basically means to just dance like no one's watching. Everyone needs to be getting jiggy every once in a while. And it is the phrase that came from the popular music video with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Before he was slapping people.
Yeah, knocking people out.
His other big hit in the 90s, do you remember his other big hit in the 90s was? He had Getting Jiggy with It.
Was it Men in Black?
Well, there's Men in Black. There's, I think he did Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West.
I was thinking more of Miami.
Miami, yes.
And then, of course, early 90s would be Parents Just Don't Understand. From the Fresh Prince days with DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
This one I feel like is still used to this day.
What's that?
That's Hella.
Hella, yes. That's hella sick.
Yes.
That rain is coming down hella hard.
Yeah, and I'm glad my windows are hella up.
Look at those trees. They're hella blowing.
Great. Used as an adverb similar to really, hella has many uses. For example, she was hella mad when I ruined her purse. I bet. You know what you got to do? You got to do a dashy threep. And you got to say, get into an argument with your girlfriend. Then when she's upset, you run over and you put a cape on her. Congratulations, she's now super mad. Home skillet.
That's like a homeboy, you know, like a yeah.
Yep, it's 90s slang for friend.
Yep.
You might say, "Hey, home skillet," or "Sup, home skillet." Either phrase was an appropriate form of greeting for a 90s teen. What up, home skill?
What's up?
Now everyone says fam. What up, fam?
Fam, yeah. That's the thing, though.
I'm totally bugging.
Bugging, that means you're tripping, you know, you're...
Freaking out.
Freaking out, yeah.
Yeah. In 90s speak, one was not freaking out. Instead, they were totally bugging. For instance, you might say, "I'm totally bugging. I think I failed my test."
Ah, yeah, freaking out, yeah.
This one's pretty good, too.
Oh. Look at this tree over here. This one right here.
What? I'm in the middle of doing a show.
I'm sorry. To all the listeners out there, we have a rain coming down super hard and wind. This tree right here is like rocking.
All right. Well, in that case, let's bounce.
I'm sorry. This is just very distracting.
Let's bounce.
Let's bounce. That means let's get out of here.
Yeah. My bad.
My bad.
Yeah.
I want to get distracted.
You're easily distracted.
I have the brain of a goldfish.
I know you do. And in that case, my bad.
My bad.
My bad.
My bad is like saying, hey, I'm sorry.
It's a mistake thing. Yeah. People still do that to my day. My bad. My fault.
My bad.
No duh.
No duh. That's an exclamation, pretty much.
The 90s were all about the attitude.
Yeah.
And no duh was the king of attitude. Typically with an eye roll, you use no duh when someone was saying was obvious.
Yeah, like a sarcastic.
It's raining outside. No duh.
Yeah.
Hit him with some Full House. Please. Not. Yeah,
that's basically yet again, sarcastic. Everything was sarcastic with the attitude.
Before there was the famous psych, there was the 90s not. It's basically a verbal psych out. For instance, you might say, "I totally love that song." Not. That's Wayne's World right there.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, what an excellent, totally amazing discovery. Not.
I still use that from time to time.
We're not gonna get to it, so I'm gonna add in a special shout out to Psych.
Psych, yeah.
Because Not was there and Psych was just as good. You want to be best friends? Psych, I hate you, bitch. Shout out Kyle Cease.
Oh, yeah. Psych was a good one.
Psych is great. Psych. This one's actually still used sometimes, too. Oh, snap.
Yet again, another exclamation of, surprise. Oh, snap.
Oh, snap is similar to my bad. Both 90s slang terms are used interchangeably to say I'm sorry.
Really?
I guess that's what it says. We interpreted oh, snap as, something happens. If you said, "Yo, that tree just fell in my backyard because it was so windy," and I went, "Oh, snap, that shit's wild."
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what I would use it for, an exclamation.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said I'm sorry. No one says "oh snap" and then it's I'm sorry. My bad is my bad. Oh snap is oh snap. Get your terms right, dictionary.
Yeah, what's going on there? Jeez.
Sup?
That dude just punched him in the face.
Oh snap.
What was the other one? I'm sorry.
Sup.
It's a greeting. What's up?
It's very shortened for what's up. It's just sup.
Yeah, sup, dog.
Take a chill pill.
Take a chill pill. Relax. Take it easy.
You need to calm down.
Calm down.
It was a very, very fun and very 90s way to tell your friends or family to chill out. Take a chill pill, fam. Just chill. Chill,
Take
guy.
a chill pill.
Chill, my dude. Know what I do now? Chill the beans.
My favorite phrase right now is cool beans.
Cool beans?
I don't know why,
Cool.
but
That's a 90s thing, too.
yeah.
Cool beans, cool beaners.
I just say it all the time. Victoria will be like, all right, you ready to go? Cool beans. Let's do it. I don't know why.
If my kids get out of line, I just chill the beans. Everyone needs to just chill the beans.
Chill the beans.
It's from Bluey. Just chill the beans, everyone. Everyone needs to just chill out and relax. Remember the Austin Powers thing? Talk to the hand.
Talk to the hand. That means don't talk to me. Talk to the hand.
Rather than
Face don't want to hear it.
You heard enough, you can throw this fun little phrase into your vocabulary. However, don't forget to put your hand up when you do it. Can't get more 90s than that. I used to have a T-shirt with a hand on it, and it said, talk to the hand because the face don't want to hear it anymore. Not even kidding you. Not even kidding you.
Oh, that is so 90s.
It's very 90s. Talk to the hand.
Talk to the hand.
And if you want to add a little rhyme to it, talk to the hand because your mama's a man.
I've never heard that one.
It's a little that fat.
Fat, like PHAT, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's like cool or...
When something is cool or awesome, you might say, that fat, but please make sure to spell out the PHAT. I don't know why fat was, because obviously fat is fat, and then you're like, oh, that's offensive. No, it's actually a term of endearment.
Yeah.
So you could literally and figuratively be like, wow, that girl has a fat ass. Literally and figuratively.
Just depends on how you spell it.
Correctamundo. What's the 411?
What's the skinny? What's going on?
Yeah, what's the hot gossip? What's going on? What's the dish?
Yeah, what's the dish?
What kind of tea you spilling? What's the 411?
411.
Because for those of you who do not know, if you dial 411, that's information.
Yeah.
You're trying to find stuff out instead of dialing 911 for emergency. 411 would be information. Before they had fancy, cell phones, you could just look everything up. You used to have to use a phone.
Yeah.
You didn't get to just carry around a computer in your fucking pocket. Okay, you had to use a phone to call a friend. You had to knock on their door to let them know you were here. You couldn't just text them. You didn't have a GPS. You had to use a fucking map.
Yeah.
I know I'm a dinosaur, and I'm happy about it.
I still remember using T9.
I remember using it vaguely.
Yeah.
And the last one, but I'll see if we can find some more. Whatever.
Whatever. That is a very, 90s preppy girl sort of phrase.
Thank Alicia Silverstone and Clueless for this little 90s gem. Whatever works great when you don't agree with someone but don't want to fight about it with them anymore. Rather, you just say whatever with the right amount of sarcasm.
Oh, jeez.
So, let's see if I can find anything else that I maybe missed. I feel like there was some that I missed. We did talk to the hand. We did as if. We did booyah. Scrub.
Well, that's kind of like an asshole.
A guy with no money, no job, no prospects, and no class. Pretty much the lowest of the low. Also, they won't be getting any love from the R&B girl group TLC.
TLC, no scrubs.
No scrub.
Scrub. Yeah, and I should have known that because they explained what a scrub is in the song.
They sure did. We did not. Monet.
Like money?
No.
Like cheddar?
Someone or something seems attractive from a distance, but when you get up close for a better look, it's a hot mess.
I've never heard
that.
I've never heard that
Not
phrase.
Not unlike the paintings of French impressionist Claude Monet. Example, you actually think he's hot. You better get a better look again. He's a total Monet. Oh, I'm using that. See, that we would call a 50-footer. A girl looks good from 50 feet or something looks good from 50 feet. It's like a mirage. And then as you get closer, you go, that's a 50-footer.
That's a Monet.
It's a Monet. That's a Monet.
Oh, Jesus.
That's good. I should do something like that.
Oh, yeah.
When the girl is so far, 'cause you're driving in a car, that's
a Monet. Oh, God.
Oh, no. We did I.
Yeah, we did I.
Here. Oh, I forgot about this word, and I'm so embarrassed to even have to say it.
Uh-oh.
Crunk.
Oh, yeah. That's like getting turned up.
Turned up. Oh, yeah.
Turned up.
Celebration that's gotten so wild and crazy, Snoop Dogg himself might show up.
Oh, yeah.
For example,
Or Lil Jon.
don't come till at least midnight. That's when the party gets real crunk.
Yep. That's when Lil Jon will show up.
Did whatever. We did Fly. We did Hella. We did Getting Jiggy. We did Sup. We did Bugging Out.
Mm.
Open up a can of.
Open up a can of whoop ass.
That's right. Somebody got on your wrong side, and they're going to regret it. This 90s slang does not necessarily mean a physical scuffle is on the. Doesn't necessarily mean it's on the horizon. That can of butt kicking might just translate as a verbal lashing. He broke my Game Boy. So my Game Boy. Yes, a Game Boy.
Game
so I'm
Boy.
about to open
Oh
up
my
a can
God.
on him.
Yeah. And basically that means to start something. Like
Right.
you're gonna start something. Like or you can say, I'm gonna open up a can of worms.
That's right.
You know, you're starting something, and it's about to be finished.
I use this one still. You go, girl.
You go, girl. Yeah, like you rock.
It sounds like you're throwing somebody out of the house, but actually it's a celebratory cheer. It's the hip person's way to say, I'm so proud of you. All right,
Yeah.
girl, I see you. Get you. You get you some, girl. You go, girl. You ready for the 90s example? Yo, you got that job promotion at Blockbuster? You go, girl.
Blockbuster. Oh my God.
All that in a bag of chips.
Yep.
Fart knocker.
Fart knocker.
Yeah.
That is a new one. I haven't heard that one before.
A more confusing way to insult somebody. Just say it with a Beavis and Butthead voice and leave it at that. I'm not going anywhere with that fart knocker.
Oh, it's like an insult.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shut up, turd burglar. You butthead. Cut it out, Beavis. Kick him to the curb.
That means get rid of them.
That's right. When it's just not enough to break up with somebody, you need to let them know, and in the strongest terms possible, why you want them out of your life. He did what? Oh, girl, you got to kick him to the curb.
Kick him to the curb.
Home skillet.
Home skill.
We did.
Yeah.
There's no more terms here. Let's see if we can find some more. See, a lot of these are 110%.
Going above and beyond, basically.
It's the amount you gave when you were giving your best. I'm in the middle. The one problem with looking all these up, by the way, is that there are ads that are constantly blocking me.
Oh, yeah.
I am willing to pay $50 a year to never see another ad on my phone
ever again.
ever again.
Yeah, that gets a little annoying sometimes.
It's logically impossible, made by the premise of a joke in a 92 episode of The Simpsons. By 98, it was still so popular that it landed on Lake Superior State University's annual banished words list.
Huh.
I'm going to give you 110%.
Give you 110%. That's a good word.
I'm not really sure how this is a 90s catchphrase, but bada bing.
Bada bang. That's like again, an exclamation.
It's a voila.
Voila, yeah.
Bada bing.
Bada bing, bada boom.
It was named of the Gentleman's Club in HBO's The Sopranos, which debuted in 99, so I guess,
Yeah.
I don't know. Buzzkill.
Buzzkill. That's somebody that's like the party pooper.
Yeah, one that has a depressing or negative effect. You're a total buzzkill.
Buzzkill, yeah.
Harsh.
Harsh, that's when something's abrasive.
Actually, no.
Huh?
It's defines harsh as very unpleasant, exceptionally rude, ill-mannered, extremely bad. So, for instance, if we were having a conversation and Chef was like making a joke about the fact that I was recently divorced and how I was upset about it, you would go, "Wow, that's kind of harsh."
Yeah. Sounds like something Chef would do.
Would do, has done.
Ooh. Hey, listen. Cool
Listen.
the beans.
Stop. Don't even. How about this one? If we're gonna go there, judgy.
Judgy.
What's judgy mean?
That means that you're judgmental or rude.
It's tending to judge others harshly or critically. You're being very judgy of him. I don't really know if I appreciate that. This one I think you would know quite well. Metrosexual.
So me. A man who is
One sharply dressed metrosexual early in his 20s, has a perfect complexion and precisely gelled hair and is inspecting a display of costly aftershaves. His
Yeah.
list of metrosexuals must have paints a picture of the 90s male Davidoff aftershave, Paul Smith jackets, corduroy shirts, chinos, and Calvin Klein underwear.
Well, I mean, some of that goes towards me, some of it does not.
It's basically for a stylish urbanite.
Yeah.
Majorly.
Majorly is like, that's like a term to describe something that's like very, like very, or, like it's majorly.
It's basically a slang use of majorly in the 80s, but it was in the 90s that majorly got majorly big. It's basically the story's key dramatic moment and the realization that she's in love. I'm majorly in love with.
Oh, yeah. Like
Noob.
Oh, I know that one. I've heard that one plenty of times playing all my Call of Duty video games.
Noob.
Somebody who's newer or not as experienced.
For a beginner made it. Yeah, basically. How about skeezy?
Oh, that's skeezy. I've heard this phrase. I'm trying to think of the correct way to describe it.
You're not even going to believe the fucking example they gave here.
It's like...
You ready for this?
All right, go ahead. I'm not going to get it.
An internet news group was also the first place that this term for something distasteful appeared, according to the OED. It was used to describe Freddie Mercury's pants. If you were performing in a benefit concert for the lead singer of Queen, wouldn't you dress up a little more than skeezy pants and football net jersey? A bit judgy, no?
Okay, I did not know where that came from.
Don't
I was totally...
disrespect fucking Freddie Mercury. How dare you?
Yeah, Freddie Mercury was the man.
The audacity.
Yeah, the audacity.
I'm turnt right now.
Turnt.
Snark.
That's like witty, right?
It's an attitude or expression of mocking irreverence and sarcasm. You're being very snarky right now. I don't appreciate your snark.
Your snark.
Spousal unit.
I mean, I would assume that's what it sounds like, right?
You could use this gender-neutral term for your romantic partner, legal or otherwise. The problem was that in tax law, the spousal unit refers to the couple, not the individual.
My butt hurt.
Talk to the hand. I'm quite verklempt.
Verklempt?
Verklempt.
I've never heard of verklempt before.
You've never heard of that before?
No. Verklempt.
It's a Yiddish word that basically means being overcome with emotion. And the best place to see it was SNL when Mike Myers was playing a woman and they were doing like the Jewish thing. And I'm quite verklempt. I'm overcome with emotion. Oh my God, Barbra Streisand's on this show, like butter.
I have never heard of that.
You've never seen that?
No.
You should watch it. It's called Coffee Talk. It's funny as fuck.
Oh, okay.
Bling, you did.
Bling, yeah.
Shout out to Seinfeld on this one. Yada, yada, yada.
Like hurrying somebody along with like what they're saying.
No, it's basically them hurrying it along. So if you're telling a long story and you just want to cut to the end of it, so end up 1 minute, one thing leads to another, and yada, 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 she fucking left me.
Yeah. You're hurrying them up. Or they're hurrying you up, whatever.
It's the old time you would make a long story short, yeah.
Yeah.
Booyah. We know booyah. We did chillax. It's basically just like take a chill pill.
Yeah, take a chill pill.
You need to chillax. Gastropub.
Gastropub?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like something your intestines would not be enjoying right now.
Though the heyday of its use in America happened after the 1990s, the term gastropub actually dates to 91 and was in wide use in the UK throughout the decade. It's like you've never seen rain before.
It stopped raining.
Of course it did. The term aptly describes an eating combined frou-frou food gastronomy with a scuffed-up neighborhood feel, the pub. The mix of exacting standards and self-conscious... I can't even spell words out right now. It's basically just a combination of both things.
Oh, okay.
Infobon.
Infobon?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of that either.
It's basically like cyberspace with a net. Infobon.
I've never heard of that.
It's... Yeah. Huh. It was named Most Promising New Word in 1994.
Yeah, and see how long that lasted.
Not.
Not.
Let's see what else we got here. How about Pomo?
Promo?
Pomo. P-O-M-O.
Pomo.
You have no idea, do you?
No.
Which, like today, the 1990s were a time when college campuses debated about what to study, how to study, and who should do the studying broke out into the wider world. So did this cute-sounding rhyming compound shorthand for postmodernism, the seemingly impossibly to define term for the arts, literature, and social arrangements of the late 20th century, and the many theories developed to explain them. Knee-jerk reactions against interpreting the word through a postmodern lens even got a bit catchy with a slang of its own called pomophobia.
Wow. I have never heard of that, ever.
Regift, regifter, or regifted.
I mean, I would assume that would be something where you get a gift and then you just give it back to somebody else.
Regift finds its first recorded use as a noun. Let's see. Yeah, basically, you're basically,
Yeah.
Score.
I guess it depends on how you want to use, like, score. I mean, score can either be like an exclamation.
It's as an exclamation, yes.
Yeah. Like, oh man, I just scored that new car. Like,
yeah.
You know.
Satisfaction or pleasure.
Yeah.
Looking all over the place for something, you finally find it. Oh, I found it. Score.
Yeah.
Yes. Wicked.
Oh, Wicked is on the list?
It is on the list.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just peeked.
Green's Dictionary of Slang dates the first use of wicked in a positive sense to the 19th century, but wicked definitely has something of a moment in the 1990s, perhaps in part thanks to its lattice use in the movies like 1997's Good Will Hunting, My Boy's Wicked Smart, and TV shows like Jamie Oliver's Naked Chef, Wicked Kebabs, anyone? Which premiered in 1999. It's basically a Boston thing. It's a New England thing.
Yeah.
You wouldn't understand. You okay? Did you get lightheaded? Did you stand up and sit down too fast?
I don't know.
I don't want you dying on me.
Trying not to.
Drink some water, my guy. Jesus, you literally stood up and you sat back down.
I just had a major heart palpitation.
What is up with you?
It could have been my blood pressure.
Okay. In that case, the next one is word.
Word.
An expression of affirmation or agreement, as in, I'll see you at your house soon. Word.
Word.
What's the four?
Or, yeah, or like that's another one, too, where you could say, like, what's the word? You know?
We did snake. We did snap. We did fly. We did talk to the hand. We did eat my shorts. We could also do don't have a cow.
Don't have a cow, yeah.
Which is kind of like, chill the beans, like chill out. Don't have a cow, man. Basically, if you want to know a lot of the 90s slang, just watch the movie Clueless. Because that'll help.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of phrases and terms and stuff in there. I'm really not finding anything else here, my guy. So we might be I don't think it's as if bounce bout it. I don't remember bout it.
I don't remember that either.
It's basically a translation for sure why not.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to go get some ice cream? Bout it.
I've never heard that one.
Never heard that before. Bugging. Clowning.
Clowning. Acting a fool.
You know how clowns are kind of scary, crazy scary? Yeah, this is that. Going crazy, acting crazy. She was straight clowning on her. Crib.
That's like a house or a spot.
A house or a pad, yeah. Cut it out. Quit it.
Like knock it off.
Out. Can you really use it? You can really say this without also doing the hand gestures too. Also, if you could comprehend language in the 90s and you don't know what this means, I feel sorry for you, kind of. It can be, you can either do it, cut it out, like you need to stop, or cut it out, like, okay, that's enough. Like, I appreciate the praise, cut it out. All right. Quit it.
Yeah.
See Joey Gladstone on Full House for that.
Oh, yeah. That was his big catchphrase.
Cut it out, quit it. Yep. Fart knocker, I've now figured out, is a blazing idiot or a doofus that was coined by Beavis and Butthead. I have ads on both sides here, as you can see. This is nonsense.
That is crazy.
Going postal. Going crazy or losing it. I'm about to go postal on this fool.
Oh, yeah.
Hella homeskid. I'm outie. Gotta go. Mad.
Gotta blast.
Mad not as in angry. Mad as in very or a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm mad hungry right now.
Yeah, I'm very hungry, yeah.
No duh. Not. Like how it says, see also psych or psych. Oh, ready? Ready for this? I'm about to blow your mind. What is that? What is that right there?
Oh, is that a beeper?
That's a beeper.
Holy
so
shit.
for those of you who do not know what a beeper was, if you were trying to get a hold of somebody before cell phones and you couldn't get in touch with them, you would just page their beeper. Their beeper would go off. It would see that you called them, and then you would go and make said phone call on a pay phone to said person to see what was up. And you would just like message something like, you know, I don't know if you could message on a beeper.
You could send short messages, like I believe like a few numbers that correlated to letters sometimes. At least that's what I think.
Pick up your face. Used to describe an instance of embarrassment that you can't step down from. Pick up your face is often used when someone proves you wrong.
Oh, okay.
You've used this one before a lot. Salty.
Oh yeah. Feeling a little angry, yeah.
Used to describe someone who was angry about something, kind of for no real reason too.
Yeah, just a little
salty. Then be developed into you mad, bro?
You mad?
Salty.
Salty.
How do you like your French fries? Salty.
Mm.
You've ever seen Wayne's World? Swing.
Oh yeah.
This is the thing that white dude said. I have never said this word in my life, but it's kind of a thing like score or haha awesome. Swing, swing.
Swing.
She wrong for that. No translation needed.
Ah, okay.
Step off. Like step off my man, typically used to fight someone or any violent altercation.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Tiffany Amber Thiessen?
Mm-hmm.
Kelly Kapowski.
Nice.
That's my name. Don't wear it out. It's not really having any direct translation. It's just something stupid.
It's just a phrase they said.
It's just said, that's my name. Don't wear it out. Pee Wee Herman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tripping. We did.
Yeah.
We did. What's the 411? This person, whoever wrote this, wrote Wicked. White people's very own version of mad. Black people say something would be like mad cool or mad sick. White people are all like, this was wicked this and wicked that. Possibly originates in Boston.
Oh, good Lord.
Way to like break the cultures up, but sure. I mean, if that's the way you want to go about it. So, you know, little 30-minute, little 40-minute episode.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you for taking a deep dive with us into the many phrases that we use in the 90s. There are plenty of other ones that are out there.
I'm sure if we deep dived into it.
I want to say other ones, but I feel like they're 80 phrases, so I'm not going to do them.
Yeah. Maybe we'll look up the 80 phrases and see if some of them correlate late 80s, early 90s.
We're going to do 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 2000s, and 2010s. And then maybe, if we find other ones from like the 20s, 30s, and 40s, we'll give them a shot.
Yeah.
It's good to culture yourself.
Yeah, I think so,
But I think you need to let the Wicked Nation know about our information and how to get in touch with us.
I see Wicked Nation caught on.
It was the first thing that came to mind.
All right, we'll go with it now. All right, Wicked Nation. We are the Wicked Case Podcast. We're streaming on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, and wherever you get all your major podcasts, as well as YouTube, audio only at the moment.
Deezer.
And Deezer. Phone number 774-764-9074. That's 774-764-9074. Our email is thewickedks@gmail.com. You can go to our website at www.thewickedks.com. We are on all socials, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at thewickedks. And we also have a Patreon for Patreon/thewickedks. So you can go to the Patreon and donate, help us out. We want to make this full time. So any help would definitely be greatly appreciated here at the Wicked Case Podcast. Anything, any sort of thing, any support.
From listeners like you.
From listeners, friends, family. Tell your neighbor.
Word of mouth is how we survive. So please spread the word.
Yeah, like if your old neighbor Jenkins is walking to get his mail in the morning, just shout out the window, let him know. Be like, hey, listen, you need to listen to the Wicked Case Podcast.
Don't scare him. I don't want him to fall and break a hip.
Oh, well, no, maybe you're used to yelling at him, saying, good morning, Mr. Jenkins.
Why are you yelling at your neighbor?
Well, I'm just saying. He's walking out to get his mail.
What, is this kid Dennis the Menace? Mr. Wilson!
No, I'm just saying. You know how you yell out in the morning, be like, hey, Mr. Whatever, how you doing? How's your day?
Yell at them, just be like, hey, good morning. Hey, if you're listening to the Wicked Case Podcast.
Gently be loud enough so that way the cars passing by, he can still hear you over them.
Unless you live in Canterbury, well, all you hear is cows and pigs.
That is true.
Jesus.
But just let him know.
Yeah, let him know. Let them all know.
So,
And we're going to let you know that we're signing off for now.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed the episode. Tell your friends. And as always, let's get wicked.
And peace and love.